This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
Here's today's talking point from your official guide to being a good Republican. Talking point number 614. Oh my God, Jamie Dimon is like so dreamy. I swear, just the sound of his voice.
Me and lots of other folks said, we'll do whatever you want. We'll even get apartments down here. Let's go through in detail. We spoke to lots of people.
I know he's like the CEO of JP Morgan and all, but I just know I could make him happy. And oh my God, OMG, all the Republicans on the Senate Banking Committee go to like meet him and talk to him and stuff.
You're obviously renowned, rightfully so, I think, as being one of the most, one of the best CEOs in the country.
Nice going, Senator Bob Corker. More like Senator Bob Dorker. You can't just fawn over a guy like Jamie, Dreamy Jamie. You gotta play it cool, real cool, like Jim Demented.
We can hardly sit in judgment of, you're losing $2 billion. We lose twice that every day.
Oh, somebody pinch me. They got to ask Jamie all sorts of personal questions.
If you were sitting on this side of the dais, what would you do?
I know what I would do, campers. I'd go digging in the Jamie Dimon mine. Oh, and he's coming back next year.
I guess if I could just leave you with any one thing, if you could come back this time next year and talk about how the industry is put together.
I am so going to be there. You have no idea. And I'm so going to meet Jamie, and he is going to be so into me. And when we walk away hand in hand, I'm just going to look over at Bob Dorker and say, like, see, this is what Jamie wants. And, like, all the other Republicans will be so jealous, and all my frenemies are going to hate me again. Oh, I can't wait. And that's talking point number 614 from your official guide to being a good Republican. Duh.
Yes, broke banker Mount is what it was yesterday. I swear to God, I think it got uncomfortable for Jamie. Remember, yesterday I was joking around. He is a very good-looking guy, and I loved his suit and all that. And I said, but I would like to be his hooker. Well, apparently Bob Corker would, too. I swear to God, when Bob Corker said, if you were on the other side of that dais, what would you do? I swear to God, I thought if Bob Corker gets up from his dais, we're going to see that Bob Corker's got an erection. He was just loving on this guy. I mean, I thought it was going to turn into like Beatlemania. It was like just the Republicans screaming and crying, and pandemonium broke out on the Republican side of the banking committee. It's unbelievable. Because Jamie Dimon and all the other banks have given very generously to most of the senators on the banking committee. And yesterday was their day to give Jamie Dimon what he paid for. Remember the joke about being his hooker? Wasn't really all that off the mark, was it? I mean, look, JP Morgan owns most of the Democrats on the banking committee, too. So they just gave him polite criticism. Instead of addressing down, it was sort of a half down. Do you know what I'm saying? It was, but the Republicans, it was a sucking up. You're obviously renowned, and rightfully so, I think, for being one of the best CEOs in the country. I mean, I could hear him batting his eyelashes. I could hear it. I mean, it was just like the most, he's like cooing to him, I mean, Bob Corker asked him, if you were sitting on this side of the dais, what would you do? Jamie Dimon, you're under oath. Why don't you just say, something? You're creeping me out there, Bob. Why don't you just say it already?